Hi everyone. In this series of going solo videos, I am using the final mission of the Dragon's Gambit campaign as a test bench for various mechs, variants and builds. This particular mission presents an opportunity to explore multiple tactics and the possibility of fighting both close and long-range combat. Finally, here I am going into the battle alone without taking any of my Lancemates with me, so we can better assess how each mech survives and performs in a similar kind of situation. Previously I've shown you one of my all-time favorite mechs, which was the Atlas AS-7-D, and then another one of my favorites, which is Banshee BNC-3S variant, and then I've also shown you my least favorite variant, which was AS-7-RS. Nevertheless, we've still managed to complete that mission. Alright, finally today I will show you another one of my all-time favorites. And I've already done a couple of videos about it on this channel, which is a ballistic variant of the Annihilator. Now, I know I am saying a lot my phrase all-time favorites, or like one of my all-time favorites. And I do actually have several of those. To become one of my all-time favorites, a mech basically needs to meet two criteria, which is pretty simple and straightforward. The first criteria is that it has to be a mech which I won't hesitate taking into any kind of mission, any type of mission. And the second criteria is that it has to be a mech which I also won't hesitate to assign to either one of my AI Lancemates or to all of my AI Lancemates. So two basic criteria. And this mech definitely meets it. Moreover, the Annihilator, it's one of those mechs which I would buy any variant, any day. Like as you can see in this particular career, I have two different careers in this game, but in this particular one I have 6 Annihilators. Now I know it's the year of 3039. And some variants, like for instance ANH-2A, isn't even available yet, so I don't have any of those for that matter in here. And also what's important to note is that I haven't purchased 5 of these mechs. I only purchased this one, ANH-1X. This 4 and this one were salvaged from the rival mercenaries of Wolf's Dragoons, the ones who were responsible for bringing and reintroducing the Annihilator into the inner sphere. The ANH-1X is the only one which I purchased. I didn't salvage it. I came across in one of the industrial hubs and I instantly jumped on it. And like I said, Annihilator is one of those mechs which I would buy any day, any variant, regardless of how many of them I have in here. I will continue buying them. I will just hoard them in the cold storage. I will never stop acquiring these things. I believe in my other career where I've been fighting for a much longer time, I have like 46 of the Annihilators in there. It's just a mech that you can almost never go wrong with. I mean, at least as far as I'm concerned. Alright, so here is the ballistic variant of the Annihilator. I've done a couple of videos on this channel showcasing this variant in 2 different scenarios, and I've shown you how it performs. It can be the way it's configured. You can configure this way absolutely any ballistic variant, whether it's -1A, -2A, or that 1X variant. Doesn't really matter what you use. Like in this instance, with the 1X variant, as you can see, it's got also 4 of the LB-10X autocannons solid slug ones. The only difference is that this one has only, the way I configured it, has only 4 medium lasers. Originally they were all, sorry, it's got small lasers. Originally it had 4 medium lasers, but because I wanted to max out an armor and take more ammunition with me, I had to downgrade this to small lasers, and I've got in here like 9 tons of ammunition. The only difference between this variant, the way I've configured it, is that here I've got 8 tons of ammunition instead of 9 as in the other one, and I filled these slots with 6 small lasers. And by the way, do not underestimate small lasers. Yes, a single small laser isn't gonna do much. However, when you stack them like this, they can do a fair bit of damage. It's sort of like a machine gun. You know, single machine gun is not enough. It won't even destroy a turret in a timely manner. But when you start stacking them up, like 2 or 4 or even 6, as in one of those hero variants, that is a pretty solid firepower right there. Same with the small lasers, so never underestimate those things. Okay, anyways, so like I said, I've already shown this ballistic variant on this channel. I like the solid slug, this solid slug autocannons, because they work great at both close range and long range. You can even snipe with these things at a distance. And then perhaps for this mission, you know, since I've already shown twice this ANH-1A variant filled with these autocannons, let's maybe for this particular mission, let's actually go ahead and take this one. Let's see if the 8 tons of ammunition will be enough to complete this mission, and see how many mech kills we can possibly get out of it. What else I was gonna say? Yeah, and as I was mentioning earlier, this the way that I increased amount of armor on all of my Annihilators, it matches the exact number of the armor on all of my Atlases, because this mech absolutely needs it. It's kinda slow, it needs every bit of armor it can get. The only couple of points which I shaved off from the center torso, just 2 points, so that I could match the maximum tonnage. Other than that, I've allocated most of it towards the front, and that's about it. Pretty simple build, pretty straightforward, although it's actually a very expensive build. Although these weapons are very expensive and somewhat rare as well. As a matter of fact, if you strip this mech of all the weapons, the empty mech chassis will cost you less to buy or to sell than all these weapons combined. This is how expensive all these weapons are. For that reason, I don't want to lose this. You don't want to lose it, I don't want to lose it, so we've got to be very, very careful when we go into the battle. So anyways, let's go ahead and continue with this mission. Let's see how it performs in this similar kind of situation, and let's see if we can get more kills than, let's say, any of those atlases that I've shown, or the Banshee. Alright, well, here I am, completely by myself, going into the final mission of the Dragon's Gambit campaign. And I'm sorry, perhaps I forgot to show you the upgrades, but the upgrades are pretty much identical on all of my ballistic annihilators. Well, that's here we've got structure and armor. These are pretty standard, and I use this too on all of my mechs. Then all this is just to increase the firing rate, because the firing rate is extremely important for me. And then finally, this just helps to manage the hit a little bit better. But if you don't have the cantina unlocked, or you know, if you are unable to perform the upgrades, don't worry, you will do just fine without them, because all these are just, you know, marginal incremental increases. Anyways, let's go ahead and take this battle completely by myself on my own. But to be fair, there are some friendly units which will be fighting alongside. Anyways, let's do it.
Attention, prepare for battle mech departure. Elevator doors opening. Stand clear.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems down.
Commander, your task is simple. Drive out the remaining Knights of St. Cameron by any means necessary.
This is the moment we've been waiting for! It's Liberation Day! For the Combine!
For the Combine.
And all the families we've lost, and the ones that remain.
You speak like victory is inevitable. But there's one problem. You now face Alistair and the Knights of St. Cameron. The true believers will not rest until the entire Combine is liberated from their real oppressors.
Seems you're in the dark. You fight for the oppressors. And you fight alone.
Lies! It seems that you have a hunger to die. Don't worry, we will accommodate you.
Now, I have to be extremely cautious with the way I use my ammo in this mission. I don't want to miss any targets. I have to aim very well, because we can do only pretty much only 80 alpha strikes with all the 4 autocannons, but obviously, like for instance for tanks, I am gonna shoot them in singles, like these targets, for instance. You don't need to use all 4 of them, so let's be very careful and mindful of how we use our ammo in this mission. And also I have to be careful, you know, when exposing myself to an enemy fire, because I don't have any Lancemates that I can assign commands, so to back me up.
Enemy mech heavily damaged. Let's finish them off.
Target destroyed.
Yeah, you see, I think I must have hit the head, so he died so easily. So far so good, so far so good.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
I believe I just saw the longbow over there. Let's get rid of that thing as soon as we can, because it can cause a great deal of damage to us and to friendlies. Let's see, there is some kind of fighting going on.
New target.
What's going on?
Grasshopper.
Grasshopper and what else?
Target acquired.
And the long... Ah, no, that's awesome.
Visual. Hostile units closing. Go, go.
That's
Target
it.
destroyed. Target acquired.
This grasshopper
Incoming missile.
needs to aim a bit better. Yeah, grasshoppers, they can take a lot of beating. The torso. The legs are kinda weak, but the torso can take some beating. Oops.
Target destroyed.
Yeah.
New
that was
target.
it.
Jaeger mech.
Jaeger mechs are weak. Yeah, that's
Target
it.
destroyed.
Alright, so you see, this is what the Annihilator does. It just sweeps the battlefield of all the enemy mech targets. Pretty easy. So easy that it can actually get somewhat even boring sometimes. See, nothing in here. Where is everybody? Where is everybody? I remember this mission to be a lot busier. What is going on? Where is all the fighting? Aha! There is that longbow. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, okay. I could obviously shoot him in the back, but I'm not sure if it's gonna be enough. And then when he starts turning, then you know, let's actually, yeah, no need to waste ammo on the who was that, enforcer? Or yeah, okay, so let's get rid of this thing because it's kind of annoying.
Legion reinforcements
Show me your
set.
face.
Stand by.
Okay, there you go.
Pointless. We will bury each and every single one of you, even if you manage to repel us. More forces
Okay,
will
what
come.
else is out here? What else is? Oh, it looks like we've got some reinforcement or
Your allies
Or
have
what?
abandoned you.
archer. Yeah, that thing is nasty.
Incoming missile.
Incoming. More nitrates hitting the ground.
Target acquired.
Surrender while you still can.
Target destroyed.
We've come too far to surrender now.
So be it.
That's it. You see, couple of alpha strikes, and that's it. Like the assault and heavy mech is gone if you hit it carefully, and we still have a pretty good amount of ammunition left still. Let's see who else is out there. Let's be careful though. Even though we've got a great armor compared to Atlas, still, you know, let's not do stupid things. Let's approach things carefully here, because again I don't have any Lancemates with me.
New target. Victor.
Yeah, this guy.
Sustaining heavy damage.
Target destroyed. Incoming missile.
The
Target
Marauder,
acquired.
yeah, let's get rid of the Marauder because it can shoot
Target
really
destroyed.
far.
Incoming missile. Target
That's it.
destroyed.
Who else? Who else?
Target acquired.
Assassin. Okay.
Target destroyed.
What else is out here? There was somebody shooting missiles. It was that
New
catapult.
target catapult.
Okay.
Enemy presence confirmed.
Okay.
Tracking more night units setting down
them, Commander.
There we go.
They're advancing from the back of the perimeter.
Destroy them! We're not in the business of losing. Our skill in battle is unmatched.
We've already
Let's
fought
go
a war of
behind
attrition.
this hill.
This is nothing.
I'm gonna be working at a long range. What's this? Banshee.
Incoming missile.
Nice. Griffon. Oh wow! I must have hit Griffon's head. Yeah, I better go behind that hill. It was receiving too many hits.
Target dis-
Detecting targeted
And
battle
then
in the area.
what else? Is this the last thing out of this way? Yeah, I believe that's the last one.
Area secure. We've neutralized all St. Cameron's
This is it?
forces.
This is it.
Picking up another heat signature in the vicinity.
You all refuse to die.
And we still have a pretty good amount of ammunition left in here.
It appears you have a hunger to die.
So
Don't
who do we
worry.
get this time?
We will accommodate
Ah,
you.
that's the final wave. Okay, okay.
Are you
I believe that's the main guy right there. So let's get rid of this Victor, even though he doesn't have the long-range weapons.
Target destroyed.
Oh man, I'm getting too many hits.
Incoming missile.
Okay, no more missiles. The Orions can be nasty, but
Destroyed. Target acquired.
we'll deal with him. Awesome. Okay, am I running out of ammo? Receiving too many PPCs. But we can take it.
You got him.
This is it?
can't be over? It can't be over.
Yeah, appears like that.
It's over for you. This victory will echo across the Combine.
Okay,
Let it give hope to all our people and loved ones. That
all
our
right.
homeland and our way of life will carry on for years to come.
Your
This
efforts
is
here
it.
won't soon be forgotten, Commander. We could not have prevailed here without you at our side. Tronic Prime is free, but plenty of fight remains. There is no telling where the next conflict may erupt. Return to your ship and conduct a full repair cycle. We will be in touch to update you on the state of things.
Okay, shut up.
Archon.
Let's skip it. Let's see what are the damages. I don't care about the salvage. Okay. Well, there we go. 23 mech kills. As easy as that. 23 mech kills. We still had some ammo left, although I can't quite remember what was the exact amount. No components were lost, just some, you know, armor damage. You know, when I already said this many times before, when they say like, oh, like that during Amaris Civil War, that prototype of Rifleman 3 with 4 Gauss rifles managed to kill 16 mechs before it was taken down. Well, I wasn't taken down here, and I've managed to destroy 23 mech targets without 4 Gauss rifles. I did this with the 4 autocannons. You absolutely don't need 4 Gauss rifles to do something like that. Moreover, I will tell you a secret. Some time ago, long before I even started this channel, I did try a mod which is called expanded hard points. By the way, I no longer use this mod. I don't think it's necessary, and to be honest, I don't think it makes the game any more interesting or better than it is now. However, it was an interesting experiment, though. It's a good mod, it's an interesting experiment, even though I don't use this anymore. So it allowed me to expand a hardpoint, like turning those medium ballistic slots for medium ballistic slots of this Annihilator into large ballistic slots. And I've tried equipping it with 4 Gauss rifles. And of course, in order to fit the tonnage, I had to shave off quite a bit of armor to do that. I've tried that, and frankly, I wasn't impressed. I wasn't very impressed. I didn't like having 4 Gauss rifles. I mean, I do like a Gauss rifle in general. I think it's a great weapon, but it's a very specialized weapon. It's a very specific, very specialized weapon. You can be extremely successful with it if you use it right, particularly at longer ranges as a sniper weapon, and I've done this on this channel when I was demonstrating that Night Star. But having all 4 of them, it doesn't really make you, you know, any more devastating. I didn't like it because, first of all, it was a lot of recoil when you shoot it. It was kind of difficult to aim, and it's got lots of recoil. Then, of course, I had to shave off the armor. I became more vulnerable to enemy fire, and I just, I really didn't enjoy that experience. This particular build with 4 of these Lubalin ballistics autocannons does far better than that. And that amount of armor greatly helps. So you don't need 4 Gauss rifles. If you like Gauss rifles, well, use that Night Star with 2 Gauss rifles. That's plenty enough. All right, so let's go see the damages. What are the damages? Again, just to see an armor, just a slight armor damage. Well, so there we go. Once again, this is the loadout. These are the upgrades. And perhaps I forgot to mention the weapon groups. This is how I like grouping these things. So one group is the autocannons that are located in the arms. Another one for a couple in the torsos, and then small lasers I like shooting all in the alpha strikes. There is no reason to shoot them otherwise. And then of course I also have an opportunity to shoot these autocannons in singles if I choose to, let's say, like if I need to eliminate some of those tanks or ground vehicles. You don't need all 4 of them. You might as well just save an ammo and shoot only one of them, as I've shown it here. What else I was gonna say? And as I often say, 90 to 95% of the time I like having my arms locked to the torso by default. If I need to unlock them, it's fine, it's not a problem, I will do so temporarily, but by default I like locking them up, because this way you get a far better precision when shooting the alpha strikes, because torso moves much slower than you're able to move the arms. So that is my preferred way of fighting in this game in general. Alright, well, this is it. This is it for this video. Annihilator is awesome. I absolutely love it. One of my favorite mechs of all times. I will pilot it myself any day. For any mission, I would assign it to my AI Lancemates. They are also doing a fine job with this. The reason why I make so many videos about Annihilators on this channel is because it's one of those controversial and somewhat underappreciated mechs in the community. Some even describe it as a very specialized mech which may actually fail in its specialization. I entirely disagree about this kind of statement. I believe that it's unfair how good this mech is. I don't care that it walks only 32 kilometers per hour. That's not important to me. The way I view this as, you know, yeah, okay, it can walk slow, it walks slowly, but it gets the job done quickly. As you've just seen, this is probably, you know, the fastest I've completed this that mission by far. Annihilator, the name speaks for itself. This is what it does. It annihilates things. It sweeps the battlefield of all the trash enemy mech targets. This is what it's best at. And like I said, I will buy any variant any day. Alright, so anyways, this is it for this video. Now, as far as the next video is concerned, I am gonna do exactly the same thing. Exactly the same mission, but with a different Annihilator variant. I will use this energy-based one. The one which houses 4 PPCs. ANH-1-1E variant. This is gonna be for the next video. Let's see how it compares to the one I've just shown you. Now, as far as yeah, the last thing I almost forgot. I've talked about this before when I was showcasing this Atlas, my favorite variant. You see that firepower number of 170.96 points in this specification. And when I was showing this Atlas, I was saying that take this particular number with a grain of salt, because it doesn't tell you anything about how the mech actually performs in real combat. What matters not just the firepower number, the combined damage level of all the weapons, but also their firing rate, their range, precision of weapon, muzzle velocity, all of those variables. Because when you take a look at this Annihilator, which I've just shown you, it's only 100 points of firepower. 70 points less of this Atlas, yet I've managed to complete this mission much quicker. Don't get me wrong, this Atlas is awesome. I still believe that this is one of my favorite mechs of all times. I absolutely love it. I pilot it myself any day, anytime. I always assign this to my Lancemates. I would never say that Annihilator is better than the Atlas. They are very different kinds of mechs, and I believe they can complement each other very well. So yeah, both are my favorites. I wouldn't necessarily choose one over the other. It really depends, you know, on the day. But again, you know, if I had either one of these in my possession and I needed to complete a certain mission, I would be equally happy with both. But having said this, though, I do like the speed at which this Annihilator eliminates targets. As you've just seen, sometimes, 2 to 3 salvos, alpha strikes to eliminate an assault mech, 2 salvos to eliminate heavy mech. Again, it all depends on where you hit it, like that Zeus. You see, only 2 salvos were enough to take that guy down. Anyways, this is it for this video. Sorry I'm talking a lot, but this is because I love this mech so much. Alright, thanks so much for watching. I hope it was useful, and until the next video.